I've hired over at least 15 editors in the past. Some were cheap, some were expensive, some were from shit countries like India, and some were from first world countries. So if you have a video editor currently, or you're thinking of hiring one to create content for your business, watch this video before you consider having a video editor on your payroll. Because I personally run a content agency myself, and I've worked with countless editors and also clients, and I've also helped generate at least over 300k in client revenue through content completely organically. And now I'm going to show you the 5 biggest reasons why you should not hire a video editor, and why a hiring content agency, especially like mine, is the move. So first of all, even finding a video editor is time consuming on its own. It's kind of like doing outreach. You have to message countless editors, you have to spend time trialing them, you have to spend money trialing them just for them to, you know, sometimes just disappear, or you have to fire them because they take too long. And once you find an editor to hire, you have to spend hours every week to give them revisions, explaining what you want, having them actually make content that like fits your personal brand color, stuff like that. If you're a business owner making over 15k a month, you're probably already busy with other more important stuff in your business, recording course material or delegating tasks to your team, communicating with clients. Like, you shouldn't have hiring video editors on your plate. You should instead hire like a good, trustworthy content agency that has case studies that you know for sure will deliver your work and do a good job. The other thing is, most cheap editors are usually in other far countries. You know, they're in Asia, they're in India, they're in Philippines, which means that there's a massive time difference. There's a 13-hour time difference, and usually they're also, the sleep schedule is a mess, and their accents, their language barrier, it always bleeds into the work, whether it's typos or just like communicating over WhatsApp. The language difference will always at least bleed into your work. And also, based on your ICP, the editing style does matter. Video editors usually don't understand that. The other thing is, with video editors, a lot of them just don't understand what kind of content, what kind of edit, what kind of animations are appropriate for the ICP you're attracting. For example, if in real estate and you're trying to get a more mature audience, they're like 30, 40 years old, the animations, it shouldn't be as flashy. You shouldn't show stuff like laughing emoji, you know? And there shouldn't be as many transitions. Like, the editing style needs to differ based on your ICP. And of course, if you're working with a content agency and they're handling the scripting part, they're gonna know well what kind of editing style to use. And also, with most agencies, they have quality checkers to make sure that there's no problems or no typos within your videos. I mean, personally, my own agency is not that big. I don't have a quality checker. I personally quality check everything. However, when you have 2 sets of eyes going through every video of yours, it saves you a lot of time and headache as a business owner. By the way, if you're serious about actually creating content that converts and getting an extra 2 to 8 clients every month, like we did with JT and got him an extra $7,500 worth of clients within only 1 month of working with him, just book a call with me from the first link in the description. And now let's talk about reason number 3 you shouldn't hire an editor, which is like, you may not make an ROI. Because video editors, their job is just to edit the video. Their job isn't to actually guarantee you results. Whereas with a content agency, well, first of all, if you hire a content agency, you gotta look at their case studies. You gotta make sure they actually got results. Because if they have, chances are they will get you results too. And if they don't have that many case studies, they can give you a money back guarantee like I do. I have case studies, and I'll even give you a money back guarantee if it makes you commit to like actually working and making content that actually gets you clients. So with content agencies, not only are you saving a lot of time on the editing part, but the money that you do invest into the editing, it actually has a very good chance of making an ROI. And also, editors are very expensive. They're very expensive, right? To the point that hiring an agency is literally cheaper, because with it, hiring with a content agency, you're also getting the scripting, you're getting the thumbnails, you're getting the ideation. If you hired people individually for all of those, they would cost way more time, headaches, and money than just hiring an agency. Generally, if you find one good content agency, that's all you need. Sometimes maybe you find one agency and then you fire them and hire another agency or another growth operator, but usually you only work with one agency at a time for like a month. Whereas with editors, oftentimes you're gonna have one video, they're gonna disappear, or you don't like them, or they charge too much, then you have to find another editor. Editor turnover is a big problem. And I myself, whenever I have a client, I always have a list of video editors, so that in case if I have to be late for a video, I'll find a different editor to complete the video and do it done. Because like for me as an agency owner for the past 2 years, I have a big list of editors, right, that I try to keep on my list. And if I don't, I'll spend hours, I'll literally spend hours hiring an editor. But you as a business owner, since like you have your own business already, you don't have the time that I do, which is why you gotta delegate it. And as a business owner, that's your ultimate job. You gotta delegate stuff, even if you can physically do it, so that you can focus on other stuff that will actually move the needle forward and grow your business. So if you're thinking about hiring an editor and you're making over 15k a month, chances are it really is not worth your time to go through the headache and time and spend all that money finding a video editor, when you can literally outsource it to any agency like mine, save money on hiring a video editor, and also save a lot of time on the scripting, on the ideating, and you'll get a guarantee guaranteed results, you'll get the thumbnails, you'll get everything you need to create content. And also that includes YouTube and Instagram. You get a guaranteed ROI on your investment, and you can grow your business further because now you'll have the time to allocate towards creating content, creating course material, communicating with your clients, fulfilling, taking sales calls, etc. So if you want me to handle all your content needs while only working 1 to 2 hours a week, just book a call with me from the first link in the description. And I'm gonna go to sleep now because it's 1 a.m. here, 12:35 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep, but have a good one. Peace.